Did you know that there are 324 possible solutions to the game of Clue? Hello, internet friends. Today we're going to be talking about a couple things, and one of them is the Olympics. So I guess we'll just start with that since I've already mentioned it. Ah, yes, the Olympics. An event that happens every 4 years. Actually, every 2 years if you count the winter thing, because, you know, this is the Winter Olympics. That's actually what I'm talking about, is the Winter Olympics, but every 4 years for summer and every 4 years for winter, you know what I mean. An event that happens every so often. No. An event that happens every 2 years. Maybe I'll get it right this time. An event that happens every 2 years, counting winter and summer together. And it started by lighting a torch that has been carried all the way across the country, which signifies that Hitler really wasn't that bad of a person. At least he didn't have all bad ideas, some of them were pretty good. Click the link in the sidebar to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, Winter Olympics happening in Whistler this year, which is actually in my country. It's in BC, Vancouver area. I have a little comment to make about that. I've spent the last few years of my life thinking I might go to Vancouver for film school. Everyone I ask about Vancouver who's been to Vancouver tells me, yeah, Vancouver's great. There's hardly ever any winter there. It's so mild and nice and warm. And everyone from Vancouver brags that it's such a warm, nice city, pleasant place to be. And then they get the opportunity to host the Olympics and they're like, oh yeah, winter. Oh, it's awful. So cold and so much snow that it freezes here and we're all cold and it's snowy and we would love to have Olympics here, even though our winters are, our winters are bad, so it's good for, with lots of snow, you know, Winter Olympics, good stuff would happen. Now, if you log on to your local weather channel or whatever and you check the weather in Whistler/Vancouver for the entire week is supposed to be around 0 to 2 degrees Celsius. Which, for anyone who doesn't understand what that means because they're American, that means above freezing. They are shipping truckloads of snow to Whistler so that they can do the cross-country events. Truckloads of snow that is not there but is supposed to be there because winter is so awful. Now, don't get me wrong, anything that happens in the mountains, way up high where it's always cold, that'll be good. They'll be fine. They don't need to worry at all. But down in the cross-country section of things, where stuff like the biathlon is happening, that's not going to go down so well. Anyway, despite all that, the Winter Olympics start on Friday of this week, and I say go Canada. Yay! Alright guys, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was sushi, and people who don't like it. Especially people named Jesse Zulak. You know who you are, and I'll leave it at that. Alright, so the actual next thing I wanted to talk about was this viral video that has exploded all over the internet with the guy on the news show, and in the background there's someone watching porn on their computer, or softcore porn, or just, you know, looking at pictures they shouldn't be looking at work. Now, I know this is kind of an old thing to be talking about because it's kind of blown over already and it's, you know, an old news by now because this is the internet. Everything's moving so fast, what do I do? Oh no. But yeah, no, seriously, this guy, you know, and he gets caught, like, he realizes that he's being caught on camera doing this, so he's obviously either gonna get in trouble or most likely get fired for wasting time at work and watching things or looking at things he shouldn't be at work. But, yeah, in my opinion, that guy should be fired almost immediately because, you know, wasting time at work, doing inappropriate behavior at work, could count as some sort of sexist thing against gay people because the world's so uptight about all that now, but, you know, they just probably shouldn't keep that guy around anymore. Of course, if I was someone like him, I would be starting a blog, or a vlog, or something, because people would watch it, people would go to it because you're already internet famous and they want to see more of you, maybe. I mean, if I was caught doing that at work, my boss would probably have a lot of questions because I'm a dishwasher and I shouldn't really have time to be doing that anyway. Now, as for the guy who's actually being interviewed and stuff, he has no idea what's going on, but I'm sure if you watched it later, I have no idea what his reaction would be. I'm pretty sure it would either be like, what the hell? Or maybe it would be something like, oh man, he's getting fired, like, soon. Like, I will probably never see that guy again. Or maybe he would just Facebook the guy and be like, wow, dude, fail. I mean, imagine being that guy and turning around and realizing, oh, it's just, you're screwed, buddy. Anyway, enough of all that. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, support the hater. Today's Support the Hater goes out to a YouTube user named Mr. Arrow Productions. Mr. Arrow Productions is, I don't know how many years old, joined YouTube January 6, 2010, and lives in the United States. Mr. Arrow Productions left a comment on one of my videos saying, okay, that wasn't a rant. That's a news show. A rant is actually funny and requires yelling random shit. Okay, so according to you, I should really be doing my show something more like, I don't know what you want to say to me. What do you think about me? I don't really care about him. He doesn't really care about me. No, 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 no. Did you guys see that new video about the porn guy? It was so awesome. Boobs. Ugh. I don't really know, I kinda like the way I do things now better. So please, support this hater, because they need all the help they can get. And now for today's shoutout. Today's shoutout goes out to a YouTube user named DevonBTS. DevonBTS was the 5th person to comment on my last video. Congratulations, DevonBTS. Shout out to you. Remember, if you would like a shout out on one of my videos, just be the 5th person to comment on this video and I will be sure to give you a shout out in the next video. And if you'd really like to comment but don't have anything to say about all the other stuff I've talked about in this video, here is a weekly Would You Rather. Would you rather eat sushi while skiing 100 miles per hour down the Rocky Mountains? Or get caught on camera eating sushi in a shellfish-free environment? Alright guys, that's all I got to say for today and the rest of this week. I'm Isaac Oley, and thanks for joining me once again on Rant.